Hello everyone, welcome. This is Jensen Vars. In this video I'm going to play solo RPG in a system called Freeform Universal. It's a super simple system, just actually no stats, just a few aspects or descriptors and a bunch of relevant gear, conditions if you get hurt, and rolling dice with somewhat a oracle kind of system. So the point of this video is I'm going to play without any idea of what my GM, basically the emulator, is going to tell me. I'm not going to get any preconditions. I'm just going to let it guide me. And the second goal is to have a fast pace. Not only because it's not so boring for you to watch, but also it's more fun for me to play. So let's get started. I'm sitting down here. I want to play something. What is the GM gonna propose? So I have no idea. I'm using Foundry, by the way, but this method you can do with any tool you like. So let's see. Theme table. Going to create something super fast. What am I willing to play? I guess some dark fantasy, some high fantasy. What else? I'm willing to play some cyberpunk, some hard sci-fi. What else? Some space opera, if it happens. And let's say space horror. So let's check this, and the GM is going to tell he's going to run a space horror. That's nice. Space horror to me sounds like Alien, um, Dead Space, so such kind of games. So let's see what is going on, and I want to ask the GM what is the story gonna be about. So I'm going to go to my tables organizer. So this is basically I have loaded my tables into Foundry, but you can roll them, just roll a D100 and get them. I'm going to use the new Mythic magazine 18 to check what the story is about. The question is, what can I roll? Let's see the adventure tone, two of them. I've got frightening, inquire. Okay, so let's say a mission that nobody wants to do. This is like going to some dead space floating ship that maybe lost some signals, stopped sending signals, stopped sending responses. It's drifting and really no one wants to take it. So for some reason, my characters will want to. How many characters are in the party? I'm going to roll out 1d4, 1d3. Okay, I'm going to go super solo, but I don't want to be so much solo, but at least one protagonist. Let's see what else do we know about the story. I'm going to use starship descriptors from Mythic Magazine's and see what is the starship, the target one, the one we have to investigate. It says meaningful stop. So somehow, what's a meaningful stop? Help me, help me. I need to ask Fate questions. Where are you? Macros? Macros come to me. I want Fate check. Oh, I'm going to use variation too. Fate check. What else I'm gonna need? Scene alteration for sure. Event check. I'm going to make action questions and description questions. I think with those I'm more than fine. Detail check, I don't use it much, but let's have it ready. And increase and decrease chaos. We have 2 slots for whatever else we want in the future. So Deem said we have space horror and the spaceship that's drifting, it's meaningful and a meaningful stop. So it's definitely for some reason stopped drifting as we got informed of the mission, so this is calling our attention. If there's no basically report of anyone being alive in there, there's no signal response, why did the ship stop? So this is scary as hell. Next I'm gonna do is place some looks for some images online. Going to create the lobby scene. Going to put some darker colors, no lightning. I don't need you guys anymore. I'm going to need you for sure. What else? I'm going to look for some Dead Space inspiring images just to put in the background, because that helps me usually, because it's what I'm thinking right now. I don't want to stop so much here, but I'm going to take the most relevant ones. I guess this for sure, a few inside ship locations, and yeah, let's just steal some of these here, here. What else? It's character. So okay, this is just inspiration for me. It might or might not help. Anyways, let's see what's the next step. So the GM is telling me space horror. There's a ship that made a meaningful stop. It's meaningful because, well, someone did it, and it's not a coincidence, and no one wants to do this mission. Why does my character want to go there? Or where do we go? What's so important about this? I'm going to make an action question for that. Why is such spaceship so important? Let's see. Mythic says because it's a lie of a project. Oh, this is so awesome. Okay, so the GM said that someone said there was a research project, but it was a lie. It was something else. That doesn't say why we want to go there. Let's make some questions. Do we want to go there to scavenge? Because that would mean yes. So that would mean basically it's an opportunity for us or for whoever is investing in this to scavenge this research, which was a lie. So then that means there must be a treasure, but so dangerous that I guess we are professional scavengers. Is anyone paying us for this? Because if not, that means we need a personal reason. Damn, no. So no one is ever paying on this. No one is interested. Someone our character sees is what's interested, like a personal reason. Because we want to go there to scavenge. No one is paying us. Is it just for the treasure, or is there something else? I'm going to roll on the magazine table for character motivation to see if we gain any more insights. Where are you? Motivations. I think it's somewhere around characters motivation, because it's exotic and malice. So maybe we're some sort of crazy space scavengers that we just, you know, risk pays the effort. So that's what we're going to go with. Let's make our character. That's what the GM presents to us. He says, okay, prepare yourselves. So I'm going to create an actor. This is leftover. Actor. I'm going to call him Jeremy. No, Chem. John Adams. Super generic, I don't care. I'm going to use a sheet which is Excalidraw. It's a module I created to have it as Excalidraw. And I'm going to load this sheet here, and I'm going to use it around here. So we said oops, I'm having issues. Okay, John Adams, we say. Ah, because it's in white. Okay, John Adams, I think should be more than enough. This is horror, so I want a different font. Oh yeah, this is much better. Blue, is there any darker? Darker. How can I change the colors? Can I use more colors? I guess not. Okay, anyways. John Adams. What's the concept? Who is he? I don't know, and I don't want to think that much either. Can you give me an identity and a background? I'm a fighter, I do training. Any physical or traits and flaws? He's defensive. So he's a paramilitary. I don't want to make him so much of a fighter, but I'm going to make him a paramilitary auxiliary unit, or X. And we know also scavenger for the exotic. So that's what he makes him. He makes him experienced, I guess. I still want a darker color on his, but I'm going to figure that out later because it's kind of, I get lost on small details. So that's a concept. Body, what's his body? Can you give me character, physical descriptor? Unusual, so something unusual is on his body. What can be unusual? Going to ask. Did he suffer any radiation mutation? That would be creepy, but no. Then, does he have space phi implants? Yes, okay, what kind of implants? I have no idea, but I don't want to think that much. I think somewhere here I had a table on cyberware. I'm going to steal it. I think it's from the Sci-Fi Codex list of lists. It's a huge book with random tables. What is that? Is this cyberware? Yeah. Platelet Factory produces artificial blood coagulation agents allowing any cut or internal bleeding to be quickly sealed and prevent blood loss. Okay, so he has some sort of intravenous cyber node implants for injuries. So he's cyber enhanced. That makes him unusual. Let's see, on the mind. How is he minded? I guess he's... I'm thinking whether he should be more on a strength on the engineering side or on the scouting side. Was he a scout? If this is not, then we go on the engineering side. Yeah, okay, so he's a front ground forces scout mindset. So he has a mindset of exploring. Edge, I want an edge. What can be an edge for him? We're going to be exploring, say, spaceships, so Going to make him quick reflexes. Flaw. What's a flaw? I need a flaw. Can you give? I'm going to roll that randomly. Tough is not as flaw. Benefits. Rich. I think this is definitely about positive things. Do I have any tables about flaws? NPC flaw, character flaw. I think this is also from the same book, Sci-Fi Codex of Lists. Psiophobic. A person is always afraid of getting sick, so he's not willing to make physical contact with another person. Okay, so that's a new word. So he's kind of paranoid of diseases and infections, so that makes him extremely wary or unwilling to risk it if something looks obnoxious, which is a bit weird for a space horror. Description. So super fast. John Adams, who was formerly part of the 61 Space Interstellar Army Scouts. He is retired. Why did he retire? Can you give me some sort of background story? Malice and good. Okay, this is opposite. So he's retired because of erratic behavior with his squad, or just erratic psychological behavior and trauma. So kind of went through shit, and yeah. Drives. This is really important. Like motivations, no matter if the system asks for it or not. In solo, you should always have characters that want to do something. So I want something else other than finding exotic things. And for that, I have created a table. You can check it out in my blog. It's for coming up with needs, for like personal needs. The question is where I have it. I have no idea. Let me think quickly. I think it's circumstantial. Yeah, character motivation need. It can be either physiological, safety, affiliations, team. So this is like ground reasons that drive some sort of goal or motivation. And for John Adams, it's gonna be self-actualization. So he wants to improve, become a better version of himself. That's usually a good driving force that makes him kind of not so old, because he still wants to get self-actualization, and then we can get one goal based on an action. Struggle with war. Okay, so maybe what's driving him is overcome his war experiences and become, let's say he wants to become a merchant, a trader of exotic goods. So he wants to leave that past behind him. And what's stopping him from achieving it? So what's stopping him? He has social struggle and could not find a spot in society. These questions are amazing, by the way. What will you do about it? Okay, that's what we are doing. We are going to find, no, John is going to find his own way by selling artifacts space from the old war. So I'm throwing bits and pieces of artifacts of world building, despite we're playing something like generic. I'm having issues with space. I'm going to kind of make it like this. Make some space like this. Okay. So that's great, actually. I like it. Relationships. Come on, he cannot be that much alone, right? So how is he going to approach the team? Is he really a lone wolf? I'm going to give that an unlikely. No, of course not. Okay, so he's with a team of traders, maybe old colleagues or old team squad members who are helping him with the exploration. And he's going to form a bond with them. His spacefaring team. Going to call it Nuxia A. I don't know, whatever. That's the name of the ship and the team. Gear. Okay, this is cool. It reminds you that a few stuff that he could have. So again, if we are going to a spaceship to find what's inside, we are going to need a few utilities. First, plasma light rifle, just to mention it. So he is going to have a data pad cracker, some sort of door opener, and also injectable battery cells, like kind of, you know, usually when you're bored an abandoned ship, you want to power things on. Going to make him capable of that. Great, that's a cool character. I think that's fine. Let's just get started.